Lesbian marriage apparently has a higher divorce rate than non-lesbian marriage. I assume if this marriage had a lesbian in it, it would have a pretty high divorce rate. Does that prove that women are bad? Not really. But it might mean something about negativity and positivity in relationships. I found this clip about lesbian divorce statistics.
From a 2019 study, in ever-increasing numbers, we are now at a lesbian divorce rate of 72%. So the top 4 reasons that they are reporting getting divorced is feeling ignored, inequality in the partnership, adultery, and domestic violence.
So apparently women have the same complaints about women that they do about men, and some men find that pretty validating. Why would that be validating? Well, it suggests that men are not doing these things, but women are imagining them. How does that work? Well, let's say hypothetically that this guy says, "Hey, you look ugly in that," and then she says, "Hey, that hurts my feelings." Now you have a problem caused by him. But on the other hand, let's say that she feels ugly today, and then he walks in the room and she says, "Hey, why are you looking at me like you think I'm ugly?" Now she's having a fight with herself using him as a punching bag. That's called psychological projection, and we all do it. In fact, you are probably projecting on me right now. I think that's where my logo is. So to know if you're projecting or not, you have to know, did this person do something and I'm reacting to it, or did I imagine that they did something and I'm reacting to my own imagination? A lot of people project onto me. They think, well, I don't like Homath and I don't like Andrew Tate, so Homath must think of himself as the next Andrew Tate. That's something that they are imagining for them to attack. So if lesbian divorce rates are higher, maybe it's because they're doing more of this. In most religious traditions, masculine energy is considered positive and feminine energy is considered negative. And again, that doesn't mean good and bad. You need both in balance. In this case, negative just means the space that things are in, and positive means the things that you put in it. Like, where are we going to dinner? She doesn't want you to ask her what she wants, she just wants you to put something in the space. Choose carefully. Now, everyone is part masculine and part feminine, but women are more feminine. So with 2 women, that's going to be a lot of negative energy. I have known a few lesbian couples, and there was one in particular where, I don't know how else to say it, there was no butch one. There were just 2 chicks. Those 2 straight-looking girls with a cat. I knew them well enough to see them fight a little bit, and their fights were very girly. They kind of went like, "You never buy me flowers. Well, you never buy me flowers. Well, you never initiate. Well, you never initiate." It was a lot of I need. And there's nothing wrong with negative. Like, I'm hungry is a negative feeling we all feel every day, and then let's get food is the positive response. So we all feel negative things, but the trick is to know when they're coming from someone else and when you're just imagining that they are. And there is some evidence that women's brains are more sensitive to negative emotion. That's why consciousness is so important. You have to be able to look at what you're feeling instead of just feeling something and reacting to it. That's why we have all these videos going around of normal everyday girls saying they want a guy who makes $500,000. That is a lot of negative energy, and it's out of balance. So for men, you have to be providing all the value that you can, but for women, you have to be making sure that what you're asking for is reasonable. There is such a thing as toxic femininity, and it is creating too much negative space to be reasonable. So, am I getting what I want is a good question, but so is this a good thing to want?